Okay, today we are going to be learning how to do borders, how to merge and center, and how to create formulas to multiply, divide, add, and subtract. Now the first thing you see are the light blue lines that cover the worksheet. In Excel, these pages are called worksheets. And the light blue lines are only guides, they are not actually lines. If you were to print this, it would print a blank page. In order for you to print lines, you actually have to put borders in, which we will do later. So for right now, what I am going to do is I am going to make my screen a little bigger, and I am just going to increase the size so that you can see it a little better. Now all these spaces here that you see, they're called cells. And all these cells have locations. As you'll notice, the B is highlighted and the 3 is highlighted. So therefore, this cell is B3. That is the location. For right now, I'm going to have you click in cell A1. And you can go ahead and key in the word multiply. When you are finished keying in the word, you can go ahead and click into any cell. And what this does is it lets Excel know that you have finished putting any and all information into the cell that you were just in. Now what we're going to do is we are going to move your mouse to the middle of cell A1. You're going to click and hold your click down and highlight over to cell D1. You'll notice that it's highlighted. It has a thick black line around it. Now in order to merge and center, we need to go up to the ribbon, into the alignment area, find merge and center, it's highlighted right now, and go ahead and click on it. You will notice that the cells from A1 to D1 have now all merged together, and the title is now centered. Next, move your mouse to the middle of A2. Once again, click and hold your click down from A2 over to D4. Once again, the area is highlighted and you have the thick black line around it. Right now, we are going to put borders in. We have to go up to the ribbon area, find the font area, notice it says font, notice where the paint bucket is, and on the left side of the paint bucket is the border icon with the down arrow. I need you to click on the down arrow. A drop-down menu appears. Move your mouse down to where you find all borders. Go ahead and click on all borders. Click off or click in any area other than what's highlighted. That way you can see all the borders now. Now go ahead and click in cell A3, key in the word Mary. Underneath the word Mary, key in the word Todd. In cell B2, key in the word rate. In cell C2, key in the word hours. And in cell D2, key in the word total. Now we're going to key in some numbers. In cell B3, key in the number 8. In cell C3, key in the number 16. In cell B4, key in the number 9. And in cell C9, key in the number 24. Now we will begin to use our formulas. Now with Excel, there is a lot of math to it, depending on what you're doing. And I don't want you to be calculating in your head or on a calculator the answers for anything that we do in Excel. The whole point of us being in Excel is for you to learn how to use the formulas and other things related to Excel. Now the first thing we need to do to create a formula is to use the equal sign. So go ahead and push the equal sign on your keypad or keyboard. You can find the equal sign on the left side of the backspace key. Next, we will click in cell B3. Now you can either click on cell B3 or hand key B3 into the area. At no point should you be just keying in any number that you see. When we use formulas, well, I'll show you in just a minute here. The next thing we're going to need to do, because this is multiplication, we need to use the star key for our multiplication sign. You can find the star key above the number 9 key on the keypad, or use a Shift 8 on the keyboard to get your star key, or your star sign for your multiplication sign. Then we are going to click on cell C3. Now, what I was trying to say before is at no time should this say equal sign 8 times 16. The reason why it should never ever say that is because let's say you had a lot of numbers here that you were working with, maybe pages or different spreadsheets and what have you. If you changed the 8 to, let's say, a 14, your total would not automatically change. When you use cell locations, your totals or other information will automatically change to update whatever numbers you need to change over in this area. That is why we have to use formulas. At this point, we have equal sign B3 times C3. Go ahead and push the enter key, and it provides us with the answer. Now we are in cell D4. We're going to begin our next formula, and we need to begin with the equal sign. Again, that's located on the left side of the backspace key. Next, you need to click on cell B4. Use the multiplication sign, which is the star key. Once again, that's located above the number 9 key on the keypad, or Shift 8 will also give you the star key. Then you need to click on cell C4 and then go ahead and enter, and that gives you the answer. Next, go ahead and click in cell A6. Key in the word divide. Go ahead and click off anywhere. Then move your mouse to the center of cell A6. Click, hold your click down, and drag to D6. Again, we are going to merge in center. Move your mouse up to the ribbon to the alignment area. Find the merge in center, click on it, and now your cells have been merged and your title has been centered. We then will put our mouse in the middle of cell A7. We will click and hold our click down, and we will highlight over to D9. So right now we have A7 to D9 highlighted, and you know that because you have the highlight and the thick dark line around it. Now what we're going to do is put the borders on. So go up to the ribbon to the font area. Now because we had chose the all borders last time, the icon is now defaulted to all borders. So you do not have to click the down arrow to find the all borders. All you have to do is click on the icon, and if you actually move your mouse on top of it, you'll read the little pop-up box that says all borders. Go ahead and click on that, click off, you'll notice your borders. Now click in cell A8 and put store A. Underneath that, key in the word store, store B. In cell B7, we're going to put the word boxes. In cell C7, we're going to put the word shelves. And in cell D7, we will put the word total. Now we're going to click in cell B8. In B8, we are going to put the number 1063. In cell C8, we are going to key in the number 59. In cell B9, we will key in the number 2530. In cell C9, we will key in the number 102. Now, once again, we need to click in cell D8. We will create a formula. To begin our formula, we need to use the equal sign. We then will click on cell B8. We will use the divide or the forward slash, which is our divide sign. And you can find the forward slash either above the number 8 key on the keypad or on the left side of the shift key toward the right side of your keyboard. Then we will click in cell C8. Now let's say, for instance, you got distracted and you forgot what you were doing and you accidentally clicked somewhere else. At this point, just go ahead and click back onto the cell that you had accidentally moved away from. And that will bring you back to the correct formula of B8 divide C8. Okay, then we're going to enter and it gives you the 18. Now we are at cell D9. Again, we begin with the equal sign. We click in cell B9. We use our divide sign, which is the forward slash. Click on cell C9. Enter. We have our answer. Now, notice there are lots of decimal places that we really need to get rid of. So what we will do is we will click in the middle of D8, hold your click down, and highlight down to D9. Now it's going to look a little weird because D8 is still white in the background and D9 is blue. As long as you have that border, or that double line border, that's what it kind of looks like around there, you know it's highlighted. Plus, over here on the left side of the number bar, the 8 and the 9 are highlighted, so you're good. What we will do is we will go up to the ribbon, find the number area, which is toward the middle. Within that, you will see zeros with an arrow. You need to find the zeros with the arrow pointing to the right. That is decreased decimal. This will begin to get rid of your decimal places that you have. So start clicking and notice that the numbers are disappearing. Okay, so you should have clicked them enough to just have the answer. If you click too much, well, it won't let you. But if you ever need the decimals back, you can always do the other one and put them back. But we're not going to do that. Okay, next, click in cell A11. And we are going to key in the word add. Again, you can click off of it. Click and move your mouse to the middle of A11. You're going to click and hold your click down, highlight over to D11, go up to the ribbon, find Merge and Center, click on Merge and Center. Then you'll come back down and you will click and hold your click in the center of A12 and you will highlight over to D15. So A12 to D15. Again, we will add borders. So we'll move our mouse up to the ribbon. Remember, just click on the border icon because it's already defaulted now. It gives us our borders. See how it's dark and black? Then we will click on B12, and we will key in the word April. In C12, we will key in the word May, and in D12, the word total. Next, in cell A13, we will key in the word item, or item A better, item B, and item C. Okay, next we are going to key in the numbers. So click in cell B13, and the number there is 25684. C13, the number is 87563. In B14, the number is 66584. In C14, the number is 33985. And in B15, the number is 28456. And in C15, the number is 98623. Okay, now we're going to do something different with the total, so don't put the equal sign in. Just leave the totals alone where they are. What we're going to do is make sure you have clicked in cell D13. Now Microsoft has provided a default for adding. So what we're going to do is we are going to move our mouse up to the ribbon and all the way to the right in the editing area. You'll notice it says editing at the bottom here. Moving our mouse up, you'll notice a Greek letter with the words AutoSum next to it. If you click the down arrow, it gives you some options. We'll be using those options later, except for the first one, which is sum. That is what we will use for our adding. So go ahead and click on sum. Now something else you need to notice. What Excel does is it automatically will highlight anything that is a number. So you have to be very careful using this. Now notice you have the moving line around cells B13 and C13. Because this is correct, we are going to enter and we get our number, we get our total. Now again, to do something different, we are not going to go back up to the AutoSum. I'm going to show you something a little different. What I'm going to have you do is click back onto your answer, which is D13. Move your mouse to the bottom right hand corner, and once you get the black plus sign, click and hold your click down and drag that down through both of these cells. So you clicked and drag down too. So that should have filled in the answers for D14 and D15. Excel automatically creates those formulas and shifts them to capture the correct information. Okay, now we are going to click in cell A17. A17. We are going to key in the word subtract. Again, we're going to click off. Move your mouse to the middle of A17. Click, hold your click down, highlight from A17 over to D17. Go to the top, to the ribbon, find Merge and Center, click on Merge and Center. Go ahead and click in cell A18. We will highlight to D20. So A18 over to D20. Go up to your ribbon, click on your All Borders icon. If you click off, you will notice your borders are there. Click in cell A19. Key in the word week. Week 1. Underneath that, week 2. In cell B18, key in the word apples. In cell C18, the word damaged. And in cell D18, the word total. Now we are going to put our numbers in. So click in cell B19. Our first number is 468. Cell C19, the number is 258. In cell B20, the number is 732. And in cell C20, the number is 84. Now click into cell D19. Again, we have to begin our formula with our equal sign. Then we need to click in cell B19. We now need to use the minus key. You can find that either on the keypad above the plus sign or on the keyboard above the letter P. Then you will click in cell C19. So now you'll notice you have equal sign B19 minus C19. Enter. Do the same for the next one in cell D20. We're going to do our equal sign, cell B20 minus C20. Enter. And that is using your Mergent Center, adding borders, and learning how to do your formulas for multiplying, dividing, adding, and subtracting.